Hi there and welcome again to this video. Very interesting question and topic that we have here in this particular video today. As a professional, as a candidate in the job search era, you're looking to work with recruiters and perhaps you're wondering, how can you be able to work with recruiters during your job search, and do recruiters work for employers or for candidates? That is what we will be discussing. As usual, my name is Mary and I'm glad to be joined by Noella, one of our career advisors who is also a recruiter in this conversation. Thank you, Noella, for joining in.
Thank you for having me, Mary.
Great. Do recruiters work for employers or for candidates? Let us just address it head on.
That's a very good question, Mary. Okay, yeah, so recruiters primarily work for employers. We do assist candidates in their job search, but also we need to ensure that we meet the hiring needs of the employer. So, and that is by ensuring that the candidate that we recommend is the right fit. Yeah, based on their requirements, based on their needs. Yeah.
I know the reason why I asked that question is because most of the time, and I believe you'll agree with me as a recruiter, you'll find candidates send out applications and they could be wondering, why is it that you are not able to vouch for me to get the job? Now, what are some of the truths that candidates need to know when they're working very closely with recruiters during their job search?
So many truths, some things that candidates may not know. Whoever has the final say is the employer and not the recruiter. So we will recommend 7 to 10 strongest candidates to the employer, but then now the employer will get to pick whoever meets the qualification, whoever is the right fit. Truth number 2 is that you cannot be seen if your CV does not stand out. So make sure that your CV stands out. Tailor your CV to the job application. Speak to me. Tell me that I am the right person for this job. How?
Through the CV.
Yes. Then number 3 is that some candidates don't know that, but we recruiters are very skilled in identifying inconsistencies in your CV. So when you lie about your work experience or academic qualifications, we are able to detect that. So that's very important. If you're there and you're lying on your CV, you need to stop that, because that might damage your your chances of getting either that particular position or future jobs. We might not refer you, we might not recommend you for future jobs. Yeah. Another one is doing your homework. We also really appreciate candidates who do their homework. Do your homework do research on the company itself, do research on the industry, and also the industry trends, so that during the interview, like we would appreciate that. Really. Yeah.
A candidate who really brings out their knowledge of what is happening currently in that space.
Yeah. And then lastly, a candidate needs to always ensure that they craft their applications not only for ATS tracking machine, but also for human eyes. Okay, so that is very important. Some people don't know. Some companies use ATS tracking machine. So if your CV is not ATS compliant, you might miss out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But even as it is being ATS compliant, it needs to be also for the human eye, because recruiters will really have to go through them.
Yes.
Interesting. Now, how does corporate staffing services support both employers and candidates with the recruitment service?
Yeah, in so many ways. Now, on the employer side, maybe an employer reaches out to us. They are looking for recruitment services for a particular position. Maybe it's project management position. So we'll have to have a meeting or a conversation with this employer to get to understand deeply what is it they're looking for out of this candidate. Now, after understanding their needs, then we can come up with a job description. If they do not have their own job description, then we go ahead and post the job description. That is advertising. So we'll advertise it on our database, on the social media, and also on our websites. Then now after that, we receive the job applications coming to us. After receiving those applications, we go ahead and screen, go through the CVs, shortlist, then schedule interviews. So after scheduling the interviews, we do either online or physical interviews with these candidates and get to pick 7 to 10 strongest candidates, then recommend them to the employer.
For the final phase of the interview.
Yeah.
How about now for professionals?
Now for professionals, also in so many ways, we often receive calls from candidates, from professionals who are looking for jobs. So yeah, after that we engage them further, just advise them to upload their CV on our website. We do have a jobs section on our website, so they can upload their CV on our database. Now, when an opportunity comes up that matches their qualifications, we can be able to recommend them. However, you cannot just upload your CV and sit there and not be proactive. So you also need to be proactive, because we also post jobs on our website daily. So you can be on the lookout, check if there is something that interests you, and go ahead and apply. Also, we have a WhatsApp channel where jobs are also posted daily. So I'm sure you cannot miss something that would interest you. Yeah.
Interesting. It's important indeed to be proactive in job search. And what has really stood out for me in this conversation is that the employer has the final say.
Yeah.
No matter how much you've impressed the recruiter, the employer has to make the final decision.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you for inviting me, Mary.
Indeed, this is a frequently asked question that most candidates ask themselves, the truths about working with recruiters, and I believe the insights Noella has shared will really come in handy for you and to position you best on how to work very closely with recruiters to ensure that you land your next job opportunity, of course with the employer having the final say. We encourage you to subscribe to this channel. In the comment section, highlight areas or topics that you'd want us to handle in our upcoming videos, and we'll be glad to tackle them. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.